You know, when people are near the end of their life, they often feel they're going to go on a journey. Well, when my dear, dear sweet mom was near the end of her life, she felt she was on a journey, ready to go on a journey. She was a lifelong traveler. She was very concrete about this. And she asked me to get her favorite suitcase up from the basement, so I did. But she kept asking me to get the bus schedule for her so she could check the bus schedule from Michigan to Ireland. I kept telling her, Mom, you know, the bus schedules are not terribly reliable from Michigan to Ireland, and I would just divert her and change the subject. Well, one day, she was sitting in her favorite chair, and she was kind of irritated and agitated, and she looked over at me, and she often referred to the other Breeda, which is the other me that she would get annoyed with when she had to take her medicine, or that I wouldn't give her something like tea after midnight that she really wanted. And I said, Mom, what's wrong? What's wrong? And she said, I'm really annoyed with Breeda. And I said, really? What did she do? And she said, well, I keep asking her for the bus schedules and she just won't get them for me. And I could see she was really frustrated. And I said, Mom, don't worry, I'm on it. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to look it up on the computer. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I went over to my computer in the other room. She's still sitting in her favorite chair. And I typed into the computer, I Googled fake airline tickets. I had no idea. I didn't know what would come up on the screen. And here on the screen came up a shell for a blank boarding pass. I started to fill it in. It said, airport, departing airport. I put DTW for Detroit Metropolitan Airport. Arriving airport. I typed in heaven. It took it. It was first class, and then it asked me travel dates. I typed in open. Then it said, what airline? Well, I typed in American Airlines. My brother works for American Airlines. My mom's very proud. I put some cardstock in my printer. I hit print, and within 2 minutes, I had a boarding pass in my hand. I got my scissors out, I cut it right to shape, put it in an envelope, folded over the top of the envelope, and wrote Mary Kelly at the very top of it. I walked over to Mom's chair, and I said, Mom, here you go, you're good to go. And she looked at me, and she was a little confused. She opened up the envelope, read the boarding pass, and a great big grin and a twinkle in her eye, and she said, ha ha, this is great. I'm going to have to show Father Will this. And she did. She then took the boarding pass and put it in her handbag that was attached to her walker that went with her everywhere. 3 weeks later, she passed away. The boarding pass was on her nightstand. And when I think of that, it just fills my heart. And I hope it touches your heart as well. There's a way that we can deal with our parents, to deal with loss and grief, and still find humor and grace. I'm Breeda Miller.